Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Star Wars Battlefront, and I want to briefly talk about the vehicles and the vehicle combat in the game. During the beta test, obviously, because we haven't gotten the release yet, so I cannot talk about it during the release. Hopefully it has seen some fixes by then, especially on the ship spawn system. So, firstly, walkers when you are on the side of the Imperials, because the rebels do not have access to AT-STs nor AT-ATs. Anyway, the walkers are kind of wonky. This has been mentioned by many others already, that the weaponry shooting somewhere in the reticle is kind of silly. It doesn't shoot in the middle of it, there is no proper convergence to the middle of the reticle for the laser beams. So that is a little bit annoying, especially with the missile going wherever it wants to apparently, and the grenades being kind of overpowered because you can shoot those over cover behind the enemy lines, and it seems to one-shot people. There is like 6 of the grenades, and if they seem to land right on, they seem to one-shot folks. That is kind of crazy. So in general it is kind of nasty. Farming sometimes with the AT-STs if the enemy team is not awake. Though if you have an enemy team who is really awake and takes down the AT-STs rapidly, then it is very difficult to get anything done with the AT-STs. And when I play on the rebel side, I am very much willing to jetpack suicide ion grenade on the AT-ST to just take it down very rapidly, because it can cause that much mayhem. As for the spaceship combat, well, spaceships in the atmosphere always seemed a little wonky to me as an idea, but hey, this is what we have. This is what we have. At least there is a good enough area you can fly on, as in you can get kind of to the edges of the battlefield way far out. So there is enough area to fly around, do a little bit of dogfighting, do proper strafing runs on the ground. All sorts of things, except the skybox for the snow speeder seems to be much smaller than the rest of the stuff, so you can't go as high in the air. I don't know why that actually is, but it is a little bit annoying. I think all of the ships should be able to go the same height, since we cannot go into space anyway. The vehicle spawns for the spaceships has been talked about by others as well as me already in the spawn system video. It sucks that you basically have this animation, you spawn in a kind of predetermined location, so you can be shot down the instant you get control of your vehicle by a couple of missiles and lasers. Air dominance though is very important in the game, in this particular game mode at least, because of how much damage X-Wings and A-Wings and kind of the Y-Wings as well can do to a walker while it's exposed. So if you have 2-3 ships in the air and the enemy team has none to stop you from just destroying those AT-ATs when they become vulnerable, that's exactly what you can do very rapidly by having an air dominance. So having a good pilot is pretty damn important for especially for the rebel side to take down those walkers, but on the Imperial side obviously as well, because then you can stop the enemies from actually having the air dominance and destroying your walkers rather rapidly. Overall, I am kind of happy with the gameplay variety we have, because there is no tanks and stuff. It is a walker, and then we have a few different ships, which is nice. So forth. What I really hate is that the sensitivity is the issue, which is you have same sensitivity slider for controlling all the vehicles, and that includes even the ground-mounted turrets. So finding a good mouse sensitivity for the game to be able to use every single vehicle is really difficult. It is just utter crap. And some of the flight mechanics make no sense. It seems like there is some kind of a pull-in system when you are diving towards the ground, which constantly keeps trying to pull you upwards so you don't crash into the ground. I don't know what's up with that. At least I seem to have noticed something such. Thank you very much for watching.